Hello again, it's Sandra King from Boccia England. I think this is day 17 now of the hashtag Boccia at Home challenges and videos, and today we're going to talk about accuracy. So this is in the technical area, and accuracy is simply the accumulation or the putting together of your control of line and control of pace. And when you can put those together, you can start to be accurate. Accurate can mean different things to different people. So for some people, getting a ball into that hoop would be very accurate. For others, it wouldn't be accurate enough. So you've got to start making those decisions about actually what size of target you need. This one is only about 15 centimetres across. Usually hoops are at least twice that big, if not 3 times that big. So see what works for you. So let's just think about how we can control line and how we can control pace. We've done videos about both those things previously, so this builds up. So this is just a little recap. So control line, we're going to use our technical process. That means we're going to line up with the target. We're going to get settled into our seat, into a really good position. We're going to set up so that we're in that right position and we've got everything ready for our delivery, which is the swing of the arm or the release of the ball, and then our follow through, pointing to where we want the ball to go. So once we can control the line we want the ball to go in, we can start controlling the pace. Now it's really, really important that you don't go from being able to control something that's really close to you, say here, it's only in terms of a couple of metres away, and you go straight to controlling something much, much further away. Because what will happen is your technical process will break down. And I've also just put on 2 parts of a sort of CPD that we did, continual professional development, that we did with Bob Smith, the Boccia UK strength and conditioning coach. Now each of those is about 45 minutes long. They're really, really worth watching, because if you listen very carefully, Bob is telling us we have to get this core control, we have to get our sitting position and our technical process right in order to be able to add enough power to get the ball further down the court. So during these times of lockdown, it's very likely that you will be starting to lose power in any case. So you're going to have to think, if you could confidently get to 5 or 6 metres, when you go back to training, you might be thinking about 4 metres is where you can be accurate to. Don't be hard on yourselves, okay? If you want to go back at the same place, the key is in your physical preparation, and you really need to watch those videos. So talking about controlling our pace, there are a couple of things that are quite key to that. So we know in terms of releasing down a ramp, the higher we release the ball from, the faster it will go. Obviously there's the choice of balls that you're using and everything else is part of that. If you're using a ramp, you should know that stuff already. And in terms of a thrower, it's a little bit harder. So there are a couple of things we can do. One is to think about where the ball is going to pitch to. So where does it first hit the ground? If I've got a player at the side here and they are throwing the ball straight down into the ground, that's going to absorb the energy of the ball. It's not going to go as far. If they can throw the ball out so that it first touch with the ground is further on, the ball will roll further. In the same way, an underarm player, if they let go of the ball on the downswing, it will come down into the ground hard and it will absorb the energy and not go as far. If they can let go when they're parallel with the floor or moving on through as they come out this side, the ball will go further. Players with spasticity, the harder they try, the tighter they'll get. So it will then be harder. They need to relax in order to get further. Players with spasticity may also need to work on the lengthening, which is going to take a long time to do with your stretching program. So if we add those 2 things together, if we get your technical process right and you can control the distance the ball is going, you can start to be accurate. In other words, you can start to get the line right and the pace right. That wasn't very good. So that you get the ball into the hoop. And once you can do that several times, you could be ready to move on. So we've got a nice little game. This is courtesy of Rachel Miller and Smile Through Sport. It's called Flip Hoop. So you start with the hoop quite close in front of you, let's say at 1.5 metres where the V would be. Once you've got a couple of balls into there, you simply flip the hoop over. It's now maybe 1.75 metres away, and you throw until you get 2 balls in. Oh, I'm throwing much too hard, I'm not controlling my pace. And once you've been successful, you flip the hoop again. Okay? If you get to a point where you can't get 2 or 3 balls in, probably need to come back one and just decide, well, okay, this is my comfortable zone. I can do it here. This is still a bit of a challenge. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to do a bit more training here and then go a bit further. You can do different challenges like, okay, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to see how far down the court you can get with the hoop. You have to get at least 1 ball into each hoop before you can move on. You can do beat your best challenges. So last time I gave you 5 minutes, you got 5 metres down the court. How far can you get today? And you can use it if you're particularly working at controlling at a set distance, then instead of flipping the hoop away from you so it keeps getting further, you can start at one side and you can flip the hoop sideways. So actually you're going across the court. It's the same distance all the time. You're just training your lining up. So that will help you with your accuracy. That is the control of line and pace. As usual, there is a file uploaded here which goes through those things that I've said here and tells you a little bit about the simple accuracy challenge called Flip Hoop. So download that to have a look at and have some fun with that. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye.